Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Diablo, the Hell mod 4, and we are going to be continuing our way down through floor 7, I believe. My goal is to make it into the caves. That is my current goal. We're not doing too badly here, we did find the way down. But we're gonna continue on cautiously and try not to aggro a million enemies. It's always the dream, at least. As far as enemies to aggro, at least it's just these guys. That's not good. Yeah, they unlocked us. That sucked. Well, when we go in, we are going to be attacked. They got us. The only real consolation is they're not going to be right by the entrance. Oh, they're coming from that direction. That's unfortunate. They're also hunting us down, so we can see their progress, though. That's a couple of them sorted. There is more. You guys are still aggroed. You should be trying to find me. Where are you at? You can sure take your time. I mean, it will be better for me if you guys have trouble. Oh geez, you're immune to that? I think they're immune. I mean, can't argue with results. Die. I'll accept that. Well, unique ring is unique ring. I think it's a socketable item. I think so. Well, we got our revenge. That's all that matters to me now. Gotta go a little cautiously. There could still be more dangers. Yes. There could be more dangers. Guess we hit some off-screen goats. I'm not enjoying this, though. We still have a full stock of mana potions, so I'll take that. Sure, we'll make it a little nicer. What has changed about it? Maybe it is a little cheaper? Maybe. That was so painful.
Not enough mana, not enough mana.
That actually ate half of its durability too, which kind of sucks. Now we also haven't been using our Hydra at all. That's how you use it. You push it around a corner and let it piss off the enemies and let them come to you. Much safer. Because that way at least they're not in my face. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. So this would raise how many Hydras we can have up by a lot. If we wanted to spec into it, and we might. That's the way down. Nope, so far so good. We are gonna go to town before we do it and repair, because I don't want to lose my gloves.
Greetings!
Hello, good friend.
Now, I will buy this. We do want more charge bolt. And that's one we haven't gotten enough of. That one actually does get significantly better as you level it, compared to the other ones that only get a little better. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's probably not something we'll be using. So I'm probably just gonna sell that one.
Greetings!
How much is it worth? Not even a lot, but it's not terrible. $6 to $181. Yeah, just a little bit more. But the more important thing is it actually has more bolts. So that multiplies a lot more than it looks like it does.
Good day. How may I serve you? Good day. How may I serve you?
Yep, we can level this up another stack. You guys are plague dogs. We haven't had plague dogs yet. That was fun. At least they're not the most dangerous. They can do some good damage, but they ain't gonna one-shot us, and they're not the sturdiest either. Man, it just stopped responding for a second. That sucked. That was unfortunate. That's not gonna be great. First priority is casting this, second priority is putting down one of the hydras.
Not enough mana.
Well, actually, we got them away from that a little bit. Maybe that'll help. We're gonna take a death or two in this, unfortunately.
Greetings! Greetings!
We could use better boots. We really haven't found any good boots. But yeah, the biggest problem is we don't have a foothold there yet. We almost had a foothold. But they started us off in a big-ass room. This game doesn't really have anything like a teleport spell. The enemies are actually almost as fast as you are. But we learned that they're not weak to cold, so it's this, and then holy, and... I'm just chilling for a second. We're gonna let it keep up. I think that's a healing thing. Alright, that's not gonna actually do that. So far, so okay. But yeah. It won't attack every type of enemy, but it can be used to trigger some of them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get me out of that corner. not ideal, but we made it. I'm gonna let that regenerate a little bit. Try not to go through all of our resources. See, the thing is, if we can get to the caverns, I believe that is when you start having a chance to have stat potions drop. So even if it's a little difficult, if we can fight in the caverns, I will always start in the caverns. Just the one? I don't trust it. Well, something's in this room, and if it's not that, it's probably... Oh, it's you. This guy will attack us if we grab anything. If we talk to him, he gives us a
What?
book.
Why are you here? All these interruptions are enough to make one insane. Here.
Alright. Just want to look at it. So it's like the fireballs, I believe. I think it just explodes like them. It's just the lightning equivalent. Well, we'll come back for this, but I'm gonna come back after I clear the floor, so that if we have to run through it, if we die in the room, then we can. Suppose I should keep the Holy One out, because the most dangerous... That's also a place I don't recognize, Vault Keep. But like, those skeletons are the most dangerous things that we have been facing on these floors. So we should probably just be ready for dealing with them over the plague dogs or anything else. At least they're not going to kill us instantly. So they're not doing nice things to our body. Still another one, but I'm letting the acid settle before we go back in. So that is the way down. I think I'm gonna step foot into it. I think that triggers the way back. In fact, we could check on that. can also heal up just to make
Greetings!
sure. Oh, hello, Pepin. What do you
Good
got?
hero, a moment of your time, please. While attending one of the townsfolk who had taken quite ill, I noticed something odd about his home. There were strange sounds and a sickly sweet smell rising from the cellar. Thinking perhaps these fumes had something to do with his sickness, I investigated. In his cellar were monstrous worms shifting and squirming up from the underground. I beg of you, slay these creatures before they can make their way into the town. I left the door to his house open for you. It is the one opposite of mine.
Oh, the one that's literally right here that seems very, very close to everyone and is a good time. And probably Farnham just go without drinking with them? That sounds great.
Hello, good friend.
Should just leave it for you guys. You guys can have fun with it. Seeing if we got the shortcut. We did. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we unlocked that shortcut before we start doing dangerous choices with some of these quests. I got my wish. You guys can come at me one at a time. I guess I'm really happy that they don't crawl out of the barrels like the other skeletons. Excuse me? Okay, so they are undead. Brine corpse, huh? Well, it certainly had more HP. Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to bother you guys. You either. Yeah, figured. Alright. Well, we will have space to get back to him at least.
Once again, I require your strong arm and quick wits to aid the people of this town. I am in need of certain reagents to help fight the plagues that the demons have unleashed on the land by their very presence. If you could gather these few items, it will save many lives. What ails you, my friend? The disease is spread quickly, and many are dying. Please, I fear that the worms could soon overrun the village. I know that they are coming up from under the house that is opposite mine. Just the thought of those slimy beasts oozing into my house makes me want to be ill.
I want to talk to people about some of
Hello,
these
my
ones.
friend. Worms that rise up from the ground? Many of the ancient writings speak of poisonous insects and foul creatures of the skies and seas plaguing mankind. It is no surprise that the very earth would offer up a similar peril now that the denizens of the underworld are upon us.
Alright, let's see what you
And
got
a
to
fellow
say.
drinking tea.
What a...
Listen. I don't even like worms. Don't tell me about your worms. I don't want your worms. Nope. No thanks. No worms for me.
You could use some worms. That's profound. So profound.
Greetings! I've seen no such things in my shop, but I will keep a close watch for them. Perhaps if they come this way, they won't. The armor known as Valor could be what tips the scales in your favor. I'll tell you that many have looked for it, including myself. Arcane hid it well, my friend. And it'll take more than a bit of luck to unlock the secrets that have kept it concealed, oh lo, these many years.
Of course.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising
Wait.
Sun.
Is there another city? I'm not doing it right now, but that is interesting. I can consider that. Or is it just another map? Huh.
That sounds quite disgusting, and I'm afraid that I haven't heard anything about any worms. Perhaps Cain. Every child hears the story of the warrior Arcane and his mystic armor known as Valor. If you could find its resting place, you would be well protected against the evil in the labyrinth.
Psst, over here.
How do you feel about worms?
They have you hunting worms now? What's next? Leaf collecting? Picking up mushrooms? Look, friend, you have a whole church full of demons over there to worry about. I don't see how a few little worms could be so bad. You intend to find the armor known as Valor? No one has ever figured out where Arcane stashed the stuff. And if my contacts couldn't find it...
Doesn't have much faith in us, I guess.
Hello, good friend. Hello, good friend.
How you
Seek
feel?
out the domicile to which Pepin the Healer has directed you. It is there that your missions will become clear and your methods Should you find these stones of blood, use them carefully. The way is fraught with danger, and your...
Alrighty. Well, that's exciting. Let's go play with some worms. I mean, we got sent to town anyway. This place looks lovely. What could worms be like? I played worms. They just shoot, right? You don't look like nice worms. That's a lot of acid. That kind of sucked. Well, worms are not as fun as we expected. But the bigger problem is that we didn't have any space. I could just do this. I mean, they can't move. It's really their loss. We'll just go slow. That's all. I think we killed the ones that were chasing us, at least. The bigger problem is that this is kind of doing a number on our armor a bit. Yep, we'll just chill for a second and let things catch up, but we will whittle them down. As long as we don't piss off too many at a time, we should be okay-ish. These are nice because they'll let us kill these stationary ones without having to get hurt for it. But we could just regenerate a little bit and then we can deal with that. still finding good targets. Alright, so it ran out of targets. We can just let ourselves regen. We can go see what's actually going on in here. Oh yeah, they were all just trapped across the strait. That's fine for me. That was actually perfect, actually. Okay, yeah. Another one of those dead. So far it only seems like there's 2 monsters in this place. Okay. These is probably going to be more of the actual worms. They're fortunately quite slow. So getting away from them is not a real problem either. You're a problem, though. You can cross. Oh, that really kind of sucked. Yeah, it's dead. Okay. The problem is... This place is gonna be painful, but at least we're not gonna lose any items. That's all I actually really cared about there. I just couldn't leave to repair anything. We can probably kill that. Not easily, but... See, that was the problem, is that there was two of them. I think I could easily kill this one. So if I just like get it on the stretches, we'll be okay. Got him. I hope that's the boss of the area. I hope there aren't more like that. But god dang, was that kind of painful. So there are two types of those I've learned. There are stabby ones and there are spitty ones. Get me out of that. Come on. Yeah, that kind of hurt.
Not enough mana.
Well, that hurt, but we're gonna
Not
win.
enough mana.
Let's just chill. This place is a little rough with, well, damn. We might just be dead now. Yeah, very dead. Just get it over with. What can we do instead? Where did they all come from? Man. Rude. Rude.
Hello, my friend.
Well, it was what it was.
Greetings!
Can't say we didn't try.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Greetings!
I cannot cast that here.
Good day. How may I serve you?
We can see where in the caves we are and work our way back. Well, those who defend seldom attack. We're not constantly being attacked. I'll try to see what that one does. So you get some AC. It's a bless. It's just an armor bless. Okay. No, that's not what I meant to cast. Stairs down. I mean, the other really nice thing about the the Hydras is that they will aim at enemies that you can't hit. So like while you're kiting, they could be attacking them. That's another nice thing. I could stand it for it to be a little bit cheaper though. But other than that, it's not too bad.
Not enough mana.
Well, I managed to pull it off, but it wasn't easy. We're still being attacked by something, though. The mini-boss is down, though. You can just be stuck in a room getting shot. I'm fine with that. It's also really, really dark in this area. Excuse me? Oh, and your guys are actually immune to this. That sucks. Who did I just hear? Excuse me? making it, but definitely not safely. Excuse me? Nope, nope, nope. Do not want, do not want. Zigzag, zigzag. Just stand there till you die. I'm fine with that. Sheesh. Like this. Seem to be having some trouble hitting me from there. Seemed really unfortunate for them. Unique gloves, though. Just gonna let things refill a bit. something, but I'm not going to be using that. Cast. Well, shit. Unfortunate. Guess they just decided that they wanted us dead.
Greetings!
They took us going around that corner personally.
Hello, good friend.
Oh, right, we can actually just go through the cave. I mean, I think we were doing reasonably well considering. What is interesting is that this doesn't show up as a portal, right? This could be our death, by the way. Whoa, fire. Yeah, it's not working.
I cannot get there from here.
And to be fair, I don't know what hurts these guys. Wasn't what we had. Yikes.
Hello, my friend.
Greetings!
Psst, over here.
So we'll get one resistance and everything. Yeah, that place seemed pretty rough. They were immune to both fire and ice. I guess we didn't try electricity, but they were shooting electricity. That's why I didn't guess it would work.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Alright, so that'll teach us another level of Arcane Star. 12, 14 to 40. Yep, a little bit more reasonable. Did in fact trigger a mini-boss. I wonder if I can do that. Ah, it's not gonna do that because it's probably one of these guys then. Or there's at least one of them back there. I'm gonna let it regen a bit. Extra dodging. You can actually get hit by this? That's unfortunate for you. I don't know if I count this as extra dodging. It sounds like extra dying to me. Or at least dying with extra steps. Why am I stuck? great, but we didn't die. Kidding me. Well, we could barely move. That was part of the problem.
Greetings!
Hello, my friend.
Greetings!
He might have been a fancy enemy, not a simple one. Definitely seemed pretty immune to a lot of what we had going on. He just kind of ran right through everything. There's a champion. There is that. They're too fast. Got him. Well, that certainly worked. Well, we can safely say that we managed to clear a floor in the caves. Right, there were enemies that we didn't kill here. What was our problem with them? Yeah, they ambushed us. That's what our problem with them was. Understood. Nope, nope, nope. Do not want, do not want. That was a resistance boost. Oh, baby. Yep, they stun locked me. They got me.
Greetings!
Yeah, this is basically where we're having trouble. Like, these last couple floors have been really rough. But it is considerably farther than when we had trouble last time. So what I'm thinking is that next time we play, we'll start clearing from 5 onwards just to get more experience. Who's chasing us? Well, I ain't scared of those guys, but this guy is. Thank you. Ambushed, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Many.
They're welcome to walk at us as slowly as they want to. The water will for them. I don't like that. Just gonna let it regenerate for a second. You're welcome, just stand there and get hit. Perfectly okay with that. It's a little cheap, but it's working.
Many demons traveled to the mortal realm in search of the three brothers. These demons were followed to the mortal plane by angels who hunted them throughout the vast cities of the East. The angels allied themselves with a secretive order of mortal magi named the Herodrim, who quickly became adept at hunting demons. They also made many dark enemies in the underworlds.
Yep, so that's more lore. Get me out of this room. I don't mind fighting them, but not all at once. If they're gonna be dumb and die that way, I will certainly let them. They don't want to figure out how to get around corners. I'm not going to help them. I don't know if it's safe, but it definitely doesn't have anything that they can hit. Incinerate's new.
Your curiosity will be the death of you.
What do you mean? You're all the way over there. Well, may have aggroed them. They are pretty far away, though. So I think it's telling me that they are aggro now. Not these guys, but the, that mad skeleton guy in the other room. Although maybe he's not a skeleton, maybe he's actually just a really, really crazy man. Maybe he'll attack us on sight. Well, they're not weak to that, that's for sure. If we're gonna be attacked by you, I'm gonna fully loot you.
Yuck.
I mean, if you're gonna be attacking me anyway, I'm certainly gonna take your shit.
I am sorry. Did I break your concentration?
I decided it was time for him to die. Oh, we'll enjoy our loot. I mean, it's all gonna reset anyway soon, so, because I'm gonna be moving on. I just realized that we left a room untouched over there, though. And there was also another thing we didn't even look at. No point identifying that, we can't wear it anyway.
Greetings!
Good day. How may I serve you?
Oh, that was amethyst.
Greetings!
Hello, good friend.
Well, I'll put a couple of identifiers in our pocket.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Yep, we're a ways away from that working. Well, this one ran a little longer than I expected. I'll probably split it into two. What were you? That was the way down. What were you? Oh, Vault Keep. Never heard of ya. Could be death. Could be fine. We'll find out. So far, everything super dangerous has mostly been undead, though, so gonna keep this handy for now. Only 66 enemies. No idea what they are. Something is not immune to ice, at least. Don't like that. That's very bad. That's very, very bad. Why are there goats on both sides? Do not like. Tragic. That might be too many goats for us right now. Yeah, I think that's my synopsis. Too many goats. Just way too many goats in life. I guess we will dig down a little deeper, see what's going on. Not all floors are equally as dangerous. Love these guys, but they're not the most dangerous thing can chill for a second, let things catch up. Don't like plague dogs too much. Those will make it a little dangerous. But they are doable, technically. Didn't want to piss off this many of these. We just gotta remember that that will work. Well, it only works in certain places. Well, you're not gonna have that work for us, huh? Did you just teleport, sir? So willpower and focus. Well, focus will help both things. No, that didn't work. I think we are going to upgrade to that as our lightning choice. I think it just attacks more directly enough that it can be used. Fire. That sucks. neat thing is we can go the other way with that.
Not enough mana.
Okay, that was not easy, but we didn't die. It was pretty close, though. Closer than I wanted it to be. I'm just gonna make sure that we're topped off on item repair. So we don't lose any items, at least. Hopefully that was just rougher because it was a minion group. That's my hope. Excuse me? Yeah, a minion group of that would be pretty awful. All things considered. So they do kind of teleport. Or at least they can teleport, or do something similar to it. So the low damage is not as bad as it looks like. It looks like it actually hits them several times. Excuse me? necessarily have to be 7 monsters that are chasing me. Any difference in this? Would that be okay? 20. 20 is not better. I said better, not significantly worse, just so you know, game.
Not enough mana.
This isn't going well for them, but we are running low on well, the minions are immune to the ice, but this guy's not. So that's our solution right now. That's more sustainable. Okay, we'll give it a second to catch up. The ones that are across the way are not even all that dangerous. Just have to worry about not getting overwhelmed on our side. Please don't do that. That's not cool. catch up for a second? Oh, didn't see them for a second. Well, I don't love that for us. That was real bad. Yeah, they're stun locking us, which is not great. Yeah. Oh well, we gave it a college try. I think we've been beat up enough.
I know that I ask much of you, but I must now ask that you find a pool of clear water. Take these containers, fill them.
I don't think that one's happening for a little bit. Okay, what do you want?
Hey, you there. Come here, listen up. You know about the island where angels watch? Pick the right rocks, but you better shield your eyes. Shield everything. I know, 'cause I've been there, and... hell.
That is quite a thing to tell us. So
Hello,
much
my
ale.
friend. Greetings!
Good day. How may I serve you?
Alright, let's go make sure we
Greetings!
broken items. Cool. Well, this is probably where I'm gonna call it for now. We will pick this up another time. We did open up the shortcut into the caves, so we could just continue from there if we want. Or we could, which is more likely, clear through the mausoleum again. That place was also not the easiest for us. But I will catch you all next time. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.